Let's get it on though. Schuck Cup number 10. We're in the semi-final. We have Moldova versus China. The only remaining Chinese is colorful. And two Western players represented in the final four. That is Blade from Moldova, and that is Hawk in the second semi-final up against Focus. So we'll take things a little easy today, I guess. But we started to game number one. Let's see if Blade can reach the grand final. Could be a pretty successful end of the month for the Western scene with Happy winning CC Masters Qualifier 2. And now maybe Blade making it. Or Hawk, two very good human represented here. Colorful though, I am not the biggest fan of his play recently. Always feels like he's in a little bit of a slump. Remo is a big fan, I know, but I've yet to see a very successful Colorful again. He goes for the Demon Hunter and the normal creep. On the other side, for Blade, we have, of course, an Archmage and a footy build. So, a couple of new subs coming in. Thank you, Blubberband, for 46 months, close to 4 years. Greetings, you lovely Earthlings. Zebi4Light with a 16-month. Warcraft, woo! And Delkicast with a 9-month. Damn. So yeah, we had a little discussion about English broadcasting in Warcraft 3 in the early, late 2000s, early 2010s. Like in Germany, we had legendary casters and on video and audio, but it always feels like English casting was developed pretty poor. I really don't know where that came from. I mean, audio comments, of course, but only random audio comments, right? If you know that better than I, let me know. Like in the early 2010s, there was one streamer who was hosted on SK Gaming side. I forgot his name. Not too sure. And Kaldar was only casting in German. Like some offline events maybe, but not regularly. I mean, a streamer that casts tournaments regularly, either audio or video. Slippers of agility, lots of armor on Blade's side. While the Demon Hunter, like Colorful, is going the Remind creep route. And that seems to be the new thing here on LR, right? Like easy level 2, doesn't get punished. You lose a lot of HP, but if you don't use mana burn, you can easily heal up. And you can go to green. Then it should be level 3. Hey Duro, nice to see you, mate. So Archmage is going for his natural as well. We'll expand on tier 1. Like half a year ago, I would have said that he doesn't strike me as an expansion player, but he's put a lot of work into his play and got a lot better, as we can see. Reaching a semi-final of a Chinese Cup is quite an accomplishment.
A player's forces are under attack.
Maybe the Chinese slacking a little as well. Like no real... Like the Hugs, the Linguaguas, they didn't really step it up after the glorious summer season. And okay, Archmage is level 3. Replenishment potion, nice. But here comes Colorful with some decent right clicks with a 2 claws of attack. That would be the kill, but this is up for debate here. Power build, he can continue this for a little while. Archers don't do damage at the moment, being chased by the footmen. So the question is the Demon Hunter alone enough? And for now, it looks like it. It's close, but he gets it, and that is so important. Now, fortified armor. Demon Hunter doesn't do too much anymore. It's down to 50%. Archers, 2 of them died, which is quite sloppy, actually. And now Blade can hold this rather easy, in my opinion. Demon Hunter has to retreat at some point. Tech is almost done, but Hunter Soul is quite late. Thank you, Kano3131 for the 6-month resub. Thanks for the awesome cast in 2019. Keep it up in the new year with Reforged. That's the plan, mate. That's the plan. Yeah, the rise of human this year is pretty noticeable. Like, we have Blade. We have Chimiko and Sawk. And of course, the return of Romantic. No other race has produced so many good players, or
The player's forces are under
has
attack.
seen players who stepped it up so much. So Blade is distracting quite a bit. Tex now. There's a Naga for Colorful, but what can she really do? A couple of footmen. Alright. That's about it. That's decent impact, but he's far away from this expansion. He's not going for the economy, and so Blade can pretty much do whatever he wants.
Town is under siege.
I wonder if there's an early blacksmith.
Players' forces
Not
are
here.
under attack.
Not here. And so in the end, it is a couple of footmen, but Blade finds a sweet timing. There's no way to get these lures up, who are late already thanks to the Hunter Saw.
Players' forces are under
So,
attack.
Colorful, how much damage can he do? He finally reaches the Passants. In the meantime, a Moonwell of his gets kicked. This Blacksmith is really important. He's gonna lose a couple of workers here, but I guess that's fine. Demon Hunter is still not level 3. And at one point, Blade can just come back. He has a 16 supply lead with a town portal. He can easily defend this, but this could also be mass murder. Demon Hunter is trapped. Nice building position, but the downside is
Players' forces are
the workers can't really flee. So what's going on here? There's still no lures, is there? There's one coming up now. And one is ready here. Okay, so it's not that bad. Naga is quite low thanks to the militia, has to TP out. Expo still at 50%. Mining continues. And these lures will be easily killable. And Colorful is supply stuck at 28 supply. That's horrible. For Glory Heaven, you seem to have had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Is it still the endorphins of the festivities? Another 10 euro donation from you, man. I can't thank you enough for what you did in the past 6 months. And Blade is just doing it again. Looking for buildings, cancelling them with a level 3 Archmage. Easy. And it's still so many footmen. They always have good damage. And here comes the counter Naga, so you can control the Demon Hunter well. Dryads are finally coming in, but we're at the 8-minute mark, and that's the first Dryad. Blade played circles around him. Colorful definitely made some questionable decisions. Like with the Naga moving back initially. Demon Hunter puts in some good damage on her, but bye-bye. TP out. More time for the Expo to pay off. And here come the Riflemen. Easy as that. Double Sanctum. 3 production buildings. Colorful. Is he even on tier 3? I don't think so. Naga under pressure once again, but makes it to the shop. All the footmen are healthy. And he's almost losing a Dryad to the footmen. That's not gonna happen. Like, that shouldn't happen. But we do get decent damage. Slowly. And better control. But it would still surprise me so much if Colorful has a shot in this game. No counter expo, no bears, no mountain
Players'
giants in
forces
sight.
are under attack.
He's trying now with bears. And a very late level 3 Demon Hunter. Maybe that was a mistake. Thank you, Nummer 2, for the 18-month resub. 18-month, finally an adult. With 18-month, dude. You can get in prison for thinking like that. Be careful, man. So we have no TP on Blade's side. I really hope he's not playing this too careless. As his footmen are dropping low. He has a potion, but still. Never underestimate a Demon Hunter, especially with an invul. He can dive deep. We got the damage from some riflemen now, trying to pressure this Demon Hunter into the town portal, which is exactly what's happening. Oh, sweet heal scroll. That was so much value. Oh my god. And the rifleman can just pick up the pieces now. Yes, Colorful is getting some kills, but the Dryad deaths are worth a ton. Level 4. Yeah, and they just die. GG. Easy game for Blade. Like, he played that pretty much perfectly. Wasn't distracted in the early stages. Could get his expansion up. Like, no worries about nothing. And then he was there when the lures came up. He shut them down. No Dryads. No pressure on this expo except for this little distraction. That was super solid. But that's Blade for you at the moment. A little sad to not see Remind. I don't know if he lost early on or not. But yeah, Blade, kind of the European romantic, in my opinion. With a very different playstyle. But success-wise. In December, he's won cool number 2 cup. Like, oh, he won 3 cup finals versus Hitman. America's Cup finals, cool number 2 cup, Tavern Cup. And then one more final against Rojin Wook in the Silver League. Quite a good month for him. He made 300, 500, 600, $670 this month. That's like 1/3 of his career earnings. Ah, Remind lost to Hawk. Thanks, Rekram. I didn't study the tournament tree too much going into this cast. I just got noticed yesterday that Schuck Cup is going on. Yeah, Starshaped, I mean more like against Undead. But yeah, the tier 2 timings of Romantic and Blade are quite similar. You're right. So, 1-0 for Moldova. Blade with match points. Could go into the final right here. Where you will find a way stronger opponent. Doesn't matter who wins semifinal number 2. Either Focus or Hawk. But it will be a tougher challenge. That's for sure. We have Blade on AZ in the bottom left. And Colorful in the upper right. When I watch Colorful play, it always feels uninspired. Like, he's copying some trends that some Night Elves do, but he only does that if it's not too stressful. I don't want to hate on him too much, because of course he's a good player, but he's not someone who can breathe fresh air into the Night Elf race. If Night Elf is going to be good again, he will be top 10 once more, I think. But yeah, we'll see. Demon Hunter again. Archmage again. Standard stuff. If it's Blade versus Hawk in the final, will they have to play on netties with high ping? Yep. I mean, it's also about broadcasting and all, you know? I think Colorful has always been solid, but never innovative. That is correct. He's just following the lead of others. And then executes it, well, most of the time. But you know, maybe different priorities in 2019. With his wife and his kid. That distracted quite a bit.
Players' forces are under attack.
So this time, Colorful gets slightly better items, plus 6 damage from the claws, plus 1 from the agility tome. And Blade not expanding immediately, but making sure to get level 2. Oh, colorful. Going for the mercs. That's some stuff I want to see. Shadow Priest acquired. This does take quite some time and resources of your play. But I think it's worth it. Oh, will they attack the Shadow Priest? No. Perfectly done. You see, I just have to poke him a little. And all of a sudden he plays some good shit. Expansion by Blade was to be expected, even on AZ. Demon Hunter is right in his face and colorful. One specialty he has is Immolation. And I wonder if we see it here. Ah, we saw the mana burn, unfortunately. So no Immolation. But yeah, that's what makes him stand out in this matchup the most, I guess. And Blade is struggling. Double kill on the Passants. Archmage. Oh boy. Oh my. Did the Demon Hunter just get the big one? He definitely did. Ooh, colorful. That's a heavy, heavy, heavy punishment for Blade right now. Ouchie! And he gets that one as well. Level 3? Are you kidding me? He pretty much got an entire level from this harass. And we still have archers here. That's a cancel. That was quite strong.
A player's forces are under attack.
So, how do you recover from this? You don't! It's over! That was one of the fastest games we've had all year. Amazonia. It's always you. It's always you. 4 minutes, 4 seconds, and game! That's how you recover from being crushed on map number 2. You just crush yourself. That was cool. Shadow Priest into immediate harass. Blade, maybe this build doesn't work as the expansion creep is too late. That was some really good last hitting. Okay, so it comes down to map 3, which is CH. That of course means no early mercenary camp. So I would be very surprised if Colorful wins this now. AZ was pretty much flawless. But I feel in a normal straight up game, this should go to the human. But that was a nice curveball. But will Blade learn from this? Maybe play more one base oriented towards earlier rifles? And will this be a Demon Hunter for the 3rd time in a row? Or is it the Keeper, maybe? Oh, thanks, Stoka. Score is indeed not updated. There we go. Colorful will play also in our first cast of 2020. As he's part of Team LP Club, who will face the Rogue Warriors in the Gold League Finals on January 3rd? I think. So, Keeper or Demon Hunter is kind of the question. For Colorful first. Demon Hunter it is. I like that. Remind played the Keeper here, if I'm not mistaken. But Remind might be the only one who can make it work. So, Blade and expansions. He tried it twice, but here It's so hard to do. Colorful would have to sacrifice level 3 to get there in time.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, that should be worth it. Let's see though. Human versus Night Elf in general, maybe my favorite matchup of the entire decade. Like so many legendary games, Moon TH, Moon Yumiko, Lawlight Infi, Lawlight TH. That was just... It doesn't matter what kind of meta it was. These games were always epic. So Wisp doesn't arrive in time. The Water Elemental is safe, can soak up more damage. So it doesn't end up on the Peasant. And Demon Hunter is super aggressive with the claws. But there's not much to do for him. As you can see, everything's healthy. But it looks like an expansion again. So the Demon Hunter was a little late for the first creep spot, but for the turtles, he might be going in for the right clicks again. For the steals. As he's tacking behind it. Okay, quiet and easy. Uncontested second creep camp. At least he got level 2. That's the biggest thing. No last hits at all. Nice control by Blade to constantly... Like, once the Demon Hunter goes in, he sends 2 footmen to the Demon Hunter to deal with him. And knock him down a little. Boots or staff? Nothing. Just the circlet.
A player's forces are under attack. But it is a late level 2. It will most likely be a late expansion. What to do with the Demon Hunter now? We have mana burn, no evasion here. So far, no last hit. All the experience goes to this Archmage. And so far, no worker dead. There's a lot of poison, so good damage potential. Or good kill potential. Also the Footman herd. Demon Hunter needs to be dealt with now, I feel. Oh, that's a lot of Footmen and Peasants going to die. Now we have level 2 and evasion. Who's going to get the big one? It is Blade. And that might be saving his game as we have a TP out. But look at the corpses. There was a lot of kills. In the end, though, 6 Peasants still in. Footman count is at 5 as well. This is okay. Yes, the Demon Hunter got fed to level 2.3 or something. But it's all fine. Archmage is 3. He levels faster. He got the Expo up, or he will have the Expo up in a bit because there's no way Colorful can push this with only 3 archers against the level 3 Archmage and Militia. And now I guess it depends how fast the bear pushes. Hunter's Hall again late. He can't fall back to get the Naga now, but he doesn't even have the resources. Like, macro slipping for Colorful. Is there a tower up? 50%. That's really good. Footman sent to the fountain. Blade is pulling a lot of right strings here. Naga is out trying to threaten this Archmage who has no boots nor the staff. But moving away from the Naga as soon as he sees her. That was good. Love that these 2 Footmen are split apart from the rest of the army to deal with the Footmen. He doesn't have defend yet, if I'm not mistaken. But look at how much distraction this 1 Footman is causing. That's what, 15 seconds where he's not pressuring this expansion? He lost the tower. But time for more Footmen. Time for the... Oh, not the blacksmith. But the tech. That is way too much time for a Footman. Town is under siege.
Was he threatening a surround right there? Okay, archers in the peasant line. Kill the tower again. Demon Hunter... Oh... Like, to be honest, this Archmage
He has boots now, but... Whoa, if he can get a surround in the back, it would be crazy. But so far, it's fine. The purchase of the boots, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Saving a hero's life. Footmen take care of the archers. It's no corpse here. So, yes, again, he dealt with the tower, but that's about it. I feel like Blade is in a very comfortable situation. Tech is halfway done. It's gonna be a little late, but defense is here. Is the bear timing still fast enough? This time Colorful was not on the receiving end of this early tier 2 push into the base. So he gets his lures up. He has a fast tier 3 timing. He gets bears a lot faster than on Last Refuge. So it's all about that bear timing now. Throw the beast. Doesn't really help.
A player's forces are under attack.
Decent SimCity with the farms in front. Tech is done. So, Rifle Caster again. Holy what? Matt Maze 42 with a €50 donation. I know I'm a bit late, but Merry Christmas. Dude, don't you worry about being a little late. That is... Once again, the daily goal reached in way less than an hour. This feels very, very, very rewarding. Thank you, Matt. The past couple of casts, guys. It's... yeah. So, Rifle will still take some time. Naga is out, as it doesn't make sense to play a Mountain King against the Demon Hunter. Castles will take some time, but Colorful has to wait as well. Master Training coming up now. This is soon to be an all-in for Colorful. And how many bears can he get in time? Like 3? Yeah. Plus staff, plus orb. Levels? Not level 3. That's a big deal.
Town is under siege.
So here we go. I don't feel the number of bears is enough. Good focus on the rifleman. So he takes out the damage. But it's just more time. Reinforcements comes in forms of militia. Not even morphing. Master Bear is done. But the thing with bears is, you kind of want to kill the building with it, and he's not even close to that. Demon Hunter is losing way too much HP, has no staff to get back into this. Yes, Reju is working. There's still a heal scroll. I guess Blade has to hold on for a little bit. Oh, Sorks come in. So much control. Naga level 3, Demon Hunter close to 4. That could bring it around with the super carry DH. But Colorful is already on the back heal. And we have breakers to steal Reju and Roar. This is looking good for Blade. It was a little bit of damage, but it's okay. Still mining. Okay, he bought some time for this expansion. But that's about it. And Blade soon has his human death ball. Needs some more piercing damage, but he can control the Demon Hunter very, very well. There are a few Dryads Ooh, creep jack. Still no level 2 evasion. No rejo on him, which will be stolen. So just a little retreat, waiting for 70 supply. While Colorful is stuck at 50. Oh, there was a slight hiccup. And we got the level 4 Demon Hunter. Only a level 1 Naga. Is this game slipping out of Blade's hands? What can Colorful do? Is it time for a Mountain Giant transition now for 1 or 2? The frog block. Can't get in.
A player's forces are under attack.
Needs a couple of levels and 70 supply and then he's fine. Does Blade know about this expo though? Or does he think that it's an all-in? That's kind of the question. Upgrades over breaking upkeep. Okay, investing the gold now. Demon Hunter is playing a very good game, chasing
A town is under siege.
the workers all the way back to the base. And mining is interrupted while Colorful starts to mine soon. This is pretty much a phenomenal recovery by Colorful. Staffing home now to defend. But supply blocked he is again. Don't portal out. Alright. This is one of the closest human versus night elves that we've seen in a long time. So, he's mining again. He's getting more breakers, more front line. And I feel Colorful needs Mountain Giants.
A player's forces are under attack.
At some point. Slow still on the druids. But okay. First red spot went to Blade. Second one goes to Colorful. Sobi Mask. Alright. Naga is getting there as well. Thank you, Tsingis, for the 19-month resub. Yo, yo, what can Night Elf do against Human at this stage? Pray. Hope and pray. Six bears, though. 0-1. Demon Hunter harassing again.
A player's forces are under attack.
Double heal scroll for Blade. Plus an invul. High supply game, though. These items on the ground. He got the big invul. Not bad, Blade. A Demon Hunter with a big invul would have been a weapon against these, against pretty much everything. A number of breakers rise, and especially on these chokes, you can block out the bears pretty much entirely. There's still a lot of archers in who have good damage for their gold. Nice, by the way. But still, not ideal. I love this Demon Hunter play. This is something not many people do. And it takes so many restores out of Blade. 3,400. It's like 300 gold. Only at the main, and not with reviving peasants, which he constantly has to do. So step back now. I don't think this push can work at this stage, can it? 66 supply. Oh wow, that focus on the Archmage. He has no TP. Oh, he has a TP on the Naga. Mana burn. Blade is playing with fire, and this front line is pretty much perfect for bears. Roar these rifles too far forward. That's not good. That's not good for Blade. He doesn't have long rifles. Why would you not go for that upgrade? Heal scroll is absolutely necessary soon. double invul use. Now the heal scroll as well. Blade can break this. The bears are too healthy. Level 5 at level 5 on Colorful. He's so far ahead in experience. And Colorful is turning this around. Oh my! High damage rolls and Archmage falls! 3 HP! It could have been the end right there. But Blade lost a lot. And Colorful didn't. That was some questionable micro at times.
A player's forces are under attack.
And a weird timing as well. Maybe he wanted to strike before level 5? Okay, I criticize Colorful for being a little uninspired. But I really like the Demon Hunter play. Even if he gets surrounded, he can just staff out. No disable. And more time to get some items finally. Does he have double staff? No, but he'll scroll an invul. And more upgrades. Colorful's army is not getting weaker. He was completely right to go for mass bears. So far, not mountain giants. Ooh, okay. The win condition on CH in long, worn-out games. Owning the concealed hill. This time there's only one heal scroll. No invul. And the hero focus was already good. Now we have mana burn level 3 and fork lightning level 3. Blade, by the way, constantly no towers. This position will be better if he's not leaving this position right here. You want the bears to clunk up and have the breakers in front. 1-1 only. 2-1 already. 2-2 coming. And the inventory for Colorful looks so good. Blade needs more time. But if Colorful grants him more time, then this expo comes up. It's a very smart play by the Chinese. You can see the difference in XP and also in gold. It's turning around rather soon, thanks to the Peasant Harass. So Blade knows he can't leave this position. Three 2 upgrades. Colorful is so rich. Yeah, good point that Blizzard would definitely be the better option, also against buildings. Alright, is this the nail in the coffin for Blade? Burns through a heal scroll already, right? He's trying to retreat, no militia support here. Bears find a better concave, but it does take some time. Damage on the Demon Hunter was okay as well. There's still a heal scroll, and that was the last one for Blade, I guess. Everything that falls now. Oh my god, this Archmage getting nuked. There was one more heal scroll, but that's about it. Arrows to the back. First hero down. GG. After demolishing Colorful on map 1, Colorful found his way back with 4-minute defeat on map 2, where Blade just went for the wrong build and the wrong timing, I think. And on CH, I thought for sure that that game is in Blade's hands. But he overcommitted, pushed a little too early. Colorful had a great way of just chipping in damage here and there, forcing some resources into like something that's not the army. So the 70 supply death push was prevented, and Colorful, very, very smart play. I take some things back I said at the beginning of AZ. Very nice to see. He will be in the grand final, Blade in the game for third, which is the game after the next one. As we have a second semi-final, we will determine the two opponents, and it's Hawk versus Focus. This should be very good. Thank you, Sar Mlem, for the 10-month resub. We go into a little break, and then it's time. Will one Westerner find himself in the grand final of Schuck Cup 10, or will it be the old battle of China versus Korea? See you in a bit.